Hi everyone, Namaste and welcome to my channel Emmanuel Arts. I'm your crafty host Priyanka. Today I have something very exciting. The other day I went to Hobby Lobby and I found this cute yarn and I really fell in love with it and I had to buy one for my son. I wanted to make a hat similar to the one that's shown here. So I'm going to try and make a hat, and this yarn is on a little bit of expensive side, but you can always use the coupon, the 40% off coupon at Hobby Lobby. I haven't seen this yarn at Michael's or Joann's, so I don't know if they do carry online or in store, I don't know, but Hobby Lobby does carry them. So this yarn comes with a cute little toy, and the yarn is shaded in 3 colors. So as you start crocheting, knitting, or whatever you want to do with this yarn, the color changes. So that's one of the good things about this yarn. This yarn also comes with a free pattern, so I'm just going to open this ball here. Do not throw away the label because it has a free pattern inside. And also, okay, yeah, do not throw away this label. It has a free knitting pattern inside for a hat. It's a really quick and easy pattern. I haven't tried it, but as per what I've seen, and I have seen a couple of other reviews, so the knitting pattern is really easy. And inside it also comes something like a button. Wow, it's hard to remove. Be careful because this is very necessary so that when you put the toy on top of the hat, it doesn't wobble. So you have to be careful that you don't tear off the button or the foam piece that they gave you. But it's hard and it's stuck really well inside. So this is what it looks like. It has 2 holes like a button, so that's why I'm calling it a button, but it's just a foam piece cut in a circle. And here are the knitting patterns. They're in English and in French. So that's about it for this. I am going to do loom knitting tutorial with this yarn today. So gather all the materials. I'm using the green loom from Nifty Knitter. So that's the knitting loom, the yarn, and the knitting hook, and a scissor. So these are the materials. As usual, I will link all the materials in the description below. And let's jump into the tutorial and let our creativities flow. I've gone ahead and unwind the ball and removed the toy out of it. I'm using the green Nifty Knitter loom and it has 36 pegs on it. Today the stitch that we are going to make is the double wrap stitch. To begin with the stitch and the tutorial, the first step is to make a slip knot. Place the slip knot on the right hand side peg of the anchor peg. Place it on the peg and pull it snug. Make sure that the tail is on the inside of the loom. Now begin E-wrapping. So I'm going to go ahead and complete the whole round E-wrapping, and then I will come back at the next step. I've completed the E-wrap of the first round. Push the stitches down and then make 2 more rows of E-wrap all around the loom. I will finish the 2 rows and come back with the next step. So I have gone ahead and done E-wrap 2 more times. As you can see, 1, 2 and 3 rows. So now all you need to do is knit off the first row of yarn. So I'm just going to hold this, anchor this here, and then take off my first loop and pass it through both the top loops and knit it off the loom. So I'm going to do that all around the loom. So going to go ahead and complete knitting of all the stitches around the loom, and I will come back with the next step. I have gone ahead and completed knitting of the whole first row around the loom. Now we are going to begin knitting our fourth row. So the fourth row is because there are 3 rows first, that is 1, 2 and 3 right here. I hope the camera is picking up. This is the first stitch, this is the second row, and this is the third row. So you can see 1, 2, 3 stitches right here. So now we are going to begin our fourth row. So E-wrap around the same way as we did the previous 3 rows. So I'm going to go ahead and complete my fourth row, E-wrap of my fourth row, and then come back. I've gone ahead and completed the E-wrap for the fourth row. As we did previously, I'm going to knit off the bottommost row, so that I'm going to pick it up and pull it over the 2 loops above it and the peg, and knit it off all around the loom. So that will make 4 rows. We need about 20 rows for the brim. So after this you will need to knit 16 rows more. So I'm going to go ahead, knit this off and do another 16 rows, and then come back to show you how to make the brim. So you go ahead and make another 16 rows of the stitch, and then come back for the next step. I have completed my 20 rows of knit, and as you can see, I am left with two stitches on each peg. So all you need to do is take off one stitch from each peg. So take the bottom one and knit it off on each peg, so you will be left with 1 stitch on each peg. So go ahead and knit off the bottom stitch, and I'll come back with the next step. I have gone ahead and knit off the 19th row. Now I'm left with only single stitch on each peg, that is my 20th row. Now we will begin making the brim. To make the brim, pick up the first stitch that you knit off from the bottom and start placing each loop onto the peg, and then hide the tail into the brim. So pick up another loop and place it onto the peg. Make sure that you're picking up only one loop and it is going in the first loop that you made and not in the second one. So be very careful and place each loop onto all the pegs all around the loop. So I'm going to complete this and come back with the next step. I've gone ahead and placed all the loops onto each peg. Now simply knit off the 20th row all around the loom to make the brim. Just take it off. So I'm going to go ahead and complete knitting off and then come back with the next step. This completed our brim. Now erect 30 more rows the same way we made the brim, and once the 30 rows are complete, I'll come back and show you how to finish the hat. I've gone ahead and done E-wrap for 30 rows. So here, as you can see, I have my 30 rows, and the last 29th and the 30th row are on the peg yet. So as we had done previously in the brim, knit off the 29th row and just leave one stitch on each peg around. So I will go ahead and knit off the 29th row and just leave one stitch on each peg and come back with the next step. Once the knit off for the 29th row is complete, take the working yarn and wrap it around 1.5 times on the loom. So you take this much, 1.5 times, and then cut off the excess yarn. Now I will show you how to cast off the hat from the loom. So take the tail, place it underneath the stitch, and then pick up the tail from underneath the stitch and then pull out the whole tail completely. And then knit off the last stitch. Now go to the next stitch and continue doing the same way. So place it underneath the stitch, pick up the tail from underneath the stitch and pull it all the way out. And then knit off the last stitch. So continue doing that all around the loom. Once I am done with knitting off, I'll come back and show you how to complete the hat. Here I have casted off the hat from the loom and just need to pull this thread gently. So pull gently and keep adjusting the pleats for the hat and make sure that you are giving it a good shape, and pull very gently. Don't pull it in one go. So keep pulling it till you have a really small loop up here. Okay, so here I have pulled the yarn and the hat is here. I have pulled the yarn and the hat is closed. Now I've threaded my darning needle. Now I'm going to insert the needle through the center hole and then turn the hat upside down and bring the needle out from the inside, and then I'm going to sew in the round that the stitches that are right here. I'm going to sew it into the stitches so that the little bit of hole that is open, it will close further down. So just insert it into a couple of stitches, then pull it closer, pull it tight so that the center hole closes further. You can do it in less stitches or as many as you want. I am doing 2 stitches at a time. I'm passing the thread through the center stitches here. Make sure that your hat is inside out and you're not doing it on the outside of the hat so that the stitches cannot be seen. And make sure that you pass through all the center stitches so that the center hole closes as much as it can. So I'm going to go ahead and pass through all the stitches and then come back with the next. I have sewn the thread through all the stitches here. Now all you need to do is make a knot anywhere on any of the stitches inside. Make sure you're making a small knot, not too large. So make the knot and then cut off the excess yarn. So go ahead and do that, and I'll show you the final step to complete this hat. Here I have completed the hat. You can stop here, but remember that I told you earlier in the introduction, there is a fun part to this yarn, and that's this cute little toy. So I will show you how to attach this toy to the hat. So let's begin doing that. Take a crochet needle, turn the hat upside down, insert it to the center hole and bring it out. Take one of the ribbons on the giraffe and pull it through the hole with the help of the crochet hook. So just, and then pull it out. Do the same thing with the second ribbon. Okay, so we have both the ribbons on the outer side. Pull it snug inside. Now take this foam button that came with the yarn and insert the ribbon into the holes of the foam button. This is how I am going to tie my toy to the hat, but you can do it as you want. So first make a knot, simple overhand knot. Then take one of the ribbon and twist it around the foam button, and then pass it through the loop that is formed with the ribbon here. Okay, so here it finally came out, and then you can bring it again, make another round. Now similarly do the other side of the ribbon. Place it on the side of the yarn, loop it all around the foam button, and then pass it through the loop that is formed on the other side with the ribbon, and then make one more loop with the ribbon, and then bring it to the front and make 2 overhand knots. I'm doing this so that there is no knot up here and it will not hurt my son. But you can make a knot here, but I would highly suggest you do it, hide it underneath the foam button so it doesn't hurt the baby. So I'm doing a couple of overhand knots, and so that it's completely secure, and then I'm going to cut off the excess ribbon a little bit, not too much. I'm going to leave some. And then hide the ribbon underneath the foam button. And here I have attached the toy to the hat. Isn't it cute? Hello everyone, welcome back. So here is the completed hat, and it is so cute, and it's so cute. I'm so excited about it, and I can't wait for my son to wake up so I can try this hat on him. I am super excited. I hope you make one for your kid, or you can make for yourself. It seems fun. I think I would make one for myself too. So I really love this. I want to tell you that these are the different types of yarns you can get in this collection. It is the top this yarn by DMC, so you can get, I think there are about 12 of them. So these are the ones, and I got this flyer at Hobby Lobby, and it has a few other patterns inside. You can, it's not just for hats, but you can make a lot of other things like mittens and leg warmers, anything you can make and add the toy to it. So I think this is really cute yarn, although a little expensive. I think it is really fun, and I think I would love to make more projects with it. So if you want to see more projects, let me know in the comments below, and I'm really excited about this yarn. I'm going to get some more. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give me thumbs up if you liked it, share with your friends and family. Also leave me a comment if you want to see more tutorials with this yarn. I will definitely try to make something else. And please subscribe to my channel as usual for more fun and crafty DIY ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day or night wherever you are and whatever time you're watching. Bye bye.